The judging experience this year has been fantastic. I think that coming here with the size of juries that we have together, focused on the categories as they are, away from the everyday kind of disturbances and tensions pulling you this way and that way, has been invaluable. And I think, you know, you form that kind of relationship amongst the jury that's of a contained size, and you really start to evaluate the work in a great way. And in addition to that, it's just got such a sort of familial atmosphere when you're judging at LIAs, and it's a really enjoyable experience. So I think the great thing in entering London International is that the standard of what the juries select year on year is nothing short of remarkable. And I think, you know, these amazing trophies that we look at here are as amazing as the work that comes out of it. And we've got to really be striving for the best creative bar that can be set in the industry. It's got much smaller juries, much more focused on the quality of the work. And we don't get to those unwieldy sized juries where the outcome may be a little bit of a lottery. The quality of the integration category this year was absolutely phenomenal. You know, we ended up awarding 8 golds this year, and within them, every single juror was absolutely ecstatic about having those 8 golds. They were all fantastic work, be it the multi-platform work or be it the work that's intended to really push things in terms of how a brand integrates into culture and into society. It's really strong work and a very exciting year as a result. When we came this year to judging for a Grand LIA and we had 8 golds to choose from, it became a really interesting conversation because there were several very strong contenders, and we were looking really for work that, you know, that had a serious impact, obviously, but it also had influence in culture and the way in which it met society. That also, I think, you know, took a risk, obviously, and that sounds like an easy thing to say, but in truth, some things take more risk and more courage to do than others. And I think from that, when we start to evaluate it and also look with a bit of a lens on how innovative the campaigns were, we arrived at a Grand LIA which we think makes a great statement and would inspire and encourage many people, not just for the campaign creation itself, but in fact the purpose and how it serves, you know, the world today. And so I'm really excited to share, you know, as we are with everyone, that the Grand LIA this year is REI Opt Outside, and it does both things that the category sets out to explore in its current definition, and that is a multi-platform campaign, but also a campaign that really does integrate itself in society and make that impact and influence upon people. And in this case also went so far as to influence other retailers to follow suit and really make a stand in the face of Black Friday to actually figure out a more sensible answer perhaps to how we might behave. There's a real value in that, and there aren't a hell of a lot of programs out there for training creatives in our industry. I think it's of great value, and it's something that undoubtedly could, you know, sort of have an own little subscription model for it, if you like, and have agencies support sending their own people towards it. What was interesting is with the integration jury, we actually asked the Creative LIAison folk that were sitting in during our judging process to judge also after we'd judged on the Grand Prix. And I'll tell you what, we were slightly surprised. Their outcome was identical and by the same margin than what the jury's was. And that was pretty interesting to see, actually.